You won't believe what I saw when I turned my head. It was a hot summer night and I was driving home from my friend's house. I had been drinking, but I was still okay to drive. As I turned onto Belite Drive, a notorious road where many people had died, I noticed that there was slow-moving traffic ahead. I thought to myself, great, here we go again. I joined the line of cars, inching forward on this dark road. I glanced at my dash cam footage to see if I had imagined the whole thing, but what I saw made me freeze. In the footage, I could see the white van next to me, but there was no sign of the woman. I checked the footage from before the incident, but it was equally blank, showing nothing out of the ordinary. I tried to convince myself that it was just a trick of the light or a figment of my imagination, but the memory of her ghostly white skin and jet black eyes burned in my mind. I rolled down my window to catch a break from the stifling heat, and I had driven down this road countless times. At that moment, I couldn't help but wonder, had she been following me? What did she want from me? Was she trying to warn me, or was she leading me somewhere? I tried to push these thoughts out of my mind, but they kept coming back. I didn't have my sunglasses with me, so I squinted against the darkness as I scanned the road ahead. I tried to shake off the feeling, but it wouldn't go away. The more I tried to forget about the incident, the more it seemed to stick in my mind. The image of the white lady and the mystery surrounding her loomed over me, refusing to let me find peace. To this day, I still think about the white lady who knocked on my window. The experience shook me to my core, and I can't help but wonder about her intentions. Was it a warning, a message, or something else entirely? The truth is, I may never know. Suddenly, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up, and I felt a chill run down my spine. I couldn't help but glance at the car next to me. It was old and beat up. I thought to myself, whose car is this? Why haven't they turned their headlights on? But before I could react, she vanished. Just like that, she disappeared from sight, leaving me alone in the car. My heart pounded in my chest as I searched for her, but she was nowhere to be found. I quickly rolled up my window and locked my doors, shaken by the encounter. As I looked closer, I realized that it wasn't a car at all, but a van. I had never seen this van before, nor had I seen it in any of the dashcam footage that I had reviewed from this road. Out of nowhere, I heard a gentle knock on my driver's window. I sat there stunned and confused, not knowing what to do. I cautiously turned my head towards the sound, but all I saw was darkness outside of my window. After a few moments, I heard another knock, this time louder than before. I whipped my head around, startled, and I saw the horrifying sight that I had never expected. There, standing outside of my window, was a pale woman dressed in white. Her skin was as white as snow, and her eyes were a terrifying shade of black. She was smiling at me and beckoning with her finger for me to roll down my window. I froze in fear, unable to move or speak. My mind raced, trying to make sense of what I was seeing. As I drove home, I couldn't shake off the feeling that I was being watched. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that I had never seen this van on any of my previous trips down Belite Drive. As I finally reached my home and stepped out of the car, I noticed that my hands were shaking. I always thought the bathroom curtain was just old and ugly, part until I saw the face staring at me from behind it. I had just moved into a cheap studio apartment near Belit Drive. It wasn't great, musty walls, flickering light, the occasional rat butt. Rent was cheap, and I needed to be close to campus. The bathroom was tiny, just a cracked mirror, a rusted faucet, and a small frosted window, half covered by a yellowed laced curtain. It looked like it hadn't been washed in years. At first, I didn't notice anything strange, but within a few nights, I started waking up around 2 or 3 a.m. Exams, overthinking, every single night. I thought maybe it was stress, but then I noticed something. No fan. The window didn't even open. It moved. That bathroom curtain. Not all at once, just slightly, like someone was brushing their fingers against it. It swayed. There was no wind. Still, I started checking the bathroom at night. Sometimes it was still, sometimes it wasn't. I got up, flipped on the light, and stood just outside the door. One night, the curtain was moving again side to side. Minsan mai mega quentu, pirobaka guni guni langyan. And then I saw it. A faint shape behind the lace. A pale face, motionless, looking out. But the face wasn't behind the glass. It was behind the curtain on my side. I woke up. Just that feeling. I slammed the door shut and locked it. Didn't open it again until the sun came up. I asked the building caretaker if anything had ever happened in my unit. He shook his head, but avoided my eye. Said I tried to ignore it. Told myself I imagined it. But the next night, I left the bathroom door opened slightly. I needed to know. Around 2:45 a.m. No sound. Like someone was watching me, sunken eye, wet black hair clinging to her cheeks. The curtain was still, and then, deliberate tug, it moved, a slow, and there it was, a woman's face speaking out from behind it, white skin, staring straight at me. I couldn't breathe. I slammed the door again and didn't move until morning. But when I finally checked, there was no one there. But on the curtain's inner side was a handprint, wet, small, cold. I asked a barangay tenant who knew the area well. He paused before speaking. May estudiante doti dian nahalog do sabonyo. Pero ang sabi in Heilan, may sinundan daya siyang espiritu gulling balloted dry. Packed my things and left within a week. Months later, a classmate told me she had taken over the unit. I smiled and asked, "How's the place?" She laughed. "Okay, Namin Paraparing. May gumagala sa kurtina. Tuwing madaling araw."